control divine forces. The force or power we see in the world may be divided into two. One is known force and other is unknown force. What people do in their daily life is the example of known force. People can apply their mind and can control this force fully. However, people have no control over the unknown force. The respiration and circulation of blood in living beings, blowing of air, flowing of rivers, rainfall, and snowfall in nature are examples of unknown force. People have little or no control over these forces, and so they consider these forces divine forces. They believe that God controls these divine forces. From time immemorial, people have worshipped these forces as well as God. Let us know in detail known forces, unknown forces, and see how to control them. Step 1. Known force. For every action, a force is necessary. People apply force knowingly in order to get work done. Seeing, speaking, walking, working are examples of known force. People have full control over it. One may wish to speak or not speak, may work, or not work. One who has control over this known force is called a being. Step 2. Unknown or divine force. This is the force over which people have little or no control over. Respiration and circulation of blood and food nutrients in living beings, blowing of air, flowing of rivers, precipitation, etc. in nature are examples of unknown forces. Whether people wish it or not, these forces go on operating like natural laws. The body is a miniature world. What is seen in the world is also seen in the body. Respiration in living beings is like the blowing of surface air. Circulation of blood is like the flowing of rivers, and digestion is like decomposition on the earth's surface. As the body has magnetism, so the earth has magnetism. As the body has electrical impulse, so the atmosphere has lightning. So the body is truly a miniature world. Since men have no control over these forces, they take these forces as divine. They believe one who controls these forces is none but God. A being breathes and lives so long as God wishes. It rains and water flows down the rivers so long as God wishes. This is the belief on which gods and religions are based. Step 3. Controlling of divine forces. This unknown or divine force in the body as well as in the world may be controlled. This is done while practicing yoga. For this, one should lie flat on a plain and soft surface with face upward, eyes closed and hands and legs stretched. One should keep the mind on the movement of breath across the nostrils. As the body is at rest, breathing will slow down, and after 1 hour or more, it will stop. When breathing stops, circulation of blood also stops. This is true pranayama. In this way a yogi becomes master over the divine force in the body. Since body and world are same, one can command over nature also. Unlike the popular belief that God only controls divine forces, man can also control these forces. In fact, a being or its soul, atman, has full control over the divine forces in its body. So long as soul is there in the body, these divine forces operate. As soon as soul departs at death, these divine forces cease to operate, even if God is omnipresent, i.e., God exists in the dead body also. So being, soul, God and world are one and the same. This is the cream of the Upanishads. One may command over nature and natural forces but cannot change the natural laws. One cannot force sun to rise in the west because all beings wait to see that it should rise in the east. So one can control divine or natural force for one's own benefit only. One can free oneself from pain and sorrow, disease, and death. One acquires immortality right in this birth.